name is Jeremy Moore, and I'm going to present a concept we're hoping to grow within the region. The Virginia Video Game Development League is the, evolution of a little group I've been meeting with some Sundays in the month. We are aspiring video game developers, all gamers, and we just like to be connected socially as gamers. So this is an expansion of that concept. We're hoping to go within the region. We think it has a lot of benefits, and I hope to lay those out today. Today I want to talk about the league concept, the Virginia Video Game Development League concept, review our in-progress handbook, as well as leave a link for community feedback, because we hope to grow this, and we hope to grow this in community. First, the league concept. This page is taken directly from our in-progress handbook. The Virginia Video Game Development League is supposed to be a simple vehicle to have more video games developed in the region. That's the primary goal. We want more developers here, more launch parties here, more social events here, more people engaged in STEM here, and that all comes through. We hope to do that with this simple vehicle, the Development League. Secondary goal would be more people learning and utilizing STEM technology in Eastern Virginia. That has a lot of implications, workshops, more career fields, training and whatnot. We hope to use this vehicle to engage down that effort as well, and then growing a thriving gaming community in Eastern Virginia. So when we talk about STEM and gaming, these are technologies of now, and they're technology of the future. So this overall effort is really hoping to kind of push the region into the future in these areas. And thriving video game communities are rare, from what I know, and we have all the infrastructure to build one within this region, and that's everywhere from Mechanicsville, northern Mechanicsville, or northern Midlothian to Short Pump, that area, all the way down to Virginia Beach. Who's the league for? Good question. League's for video game developers in the 757 and 804. As I said, I've been meeting with some developers, and I personally am an aspiring developer, and I know that the video game development is a complex process. It touches a lot of different career fields. It's very STEM-based, and quite frankly, it's done better in teams. So it requires a lot of people, a lot of effort, and a lot of accountability and collaboration. We hope to provide more accountability and collaboration, obviously voluntarily, through the Virginia Video Game Development League to local developers, whether it be bi-weekly, weekly, or monthly. We hope to provide that accountability that helps push them along, as well as the collaboration and resources that helps get more games developed. And it unlocks all those benefits that we spoke about, earlier, that we know come from more video game companies and more STEM knowledge being shared in the region. It's also for social gamers in the 757 and 804. We hope to provide launch parties and different social gaming events, the likes of which are being discussed. But there's big implications here as well. Building that social network. Gamers are a unique bunch, and if you're a gamer, you'll know very rarely do our social communities are they thriving. Very rarely are they engaged in a way that's honest and earnest. And if you're a longtime gamer like myself and game developer, you're already invested in video games, whether it be development, STEM, or playing or whatever. We just want to get the people that are invested together, and so to create a thriving community with that and unlock all the benefits of that community. So William and Mary, Old Dominion, and VCU all have esports programs, if I'm not mistaken, thriving esports programs. And we know that along with those professional or semi-professional or collegiate esports athletes, we have a number of amateur esports athletes in the area. It's more untapped potential. We can serve them through this vehicle, with video game tournaments being one of the only consistent efforts to put on video game tournaments in the area. We know there's all economic and social benefits that come with that. And so we hope to one day be able to provide, maybe even a pipeline to those programs, touch a whole bunch of different areas with these services. And with events, just gaming events and whatnot. We know these are quite frankly, these are difficult to put on. However, it's about the investment. Like the short-term investment unlocks a long-term benefit with these. We know more games will be coming out. We know games are now and are the future. So hosting tournaments is a good gateway to unlocking even more benefits later. Those interested in learning video game tech in 757 and 804. So I've already spoken with a number of people who are amateur developers and working STEM career fields, and they understand that gaming touches a lot of different career fields, brings a lot of different people together. And we hope to bring all those people together under the umbrella of increasing STEM knowledge, increasing STEM training in the Eastern Virginia region. So we have a number of options to choose from once we get started hosting these workshops, and there's a number of technologies that we will be able to explore. It's really exciting stuff, and as you know, technology always moves forward, so that will be, it was international, really an international draw, being able to explore those things within Hampton Roads and Richmond area. Now onto our handbook. If it will open. Okay, so just briefly scroll through our handbook. Our in progress handbook really describes how we operate now, and just lays out a bit more of the path forward for this initiative. So you can see our contact information is here on a lot of different pages. You can access the handbook through our Slack. It'll be there as a resource, and I'm always looking for community feedback on how to better develop the handbook to better serve people. What is the Virginia Video Game Development League? A simple vehicle. Again, a vehicle to these three things, these priorities. That's what this initiative is. It's at the top of the priority list is the local developers, and then, through that, by building the first link in that chain, we connect a lot of different positive things together. I'm not going to take a minute out to read the whole mission statement. It's in progress, but it just briefly describes what we're trying to build: an inclusive gaming community in Eastern Virginia. Whether that be socially, on the social side or the STEM side or whatnot. Gaming has a lot of benefits, and that's what we hope to share with more people with this initiative. League structure, I consider myself the chairman of the league so far. Not that that's a high and haughty position, but we just have a very rough structure. The chairman serves the moderators, local moderators. As we get a few more of those, we only have one right now, but chairman serves the moderators, and the moderator serves the teams. Teams create video games, which is the main cog in this whole engine that we're trying to create. Each tier has, each position has their own level of responsibilities, but that'll be within, our internal. As we get more people and more people interested, we'll be able to expand upon that. Right now, we're communicating exclusively through Slack. You can see the link right there, tiny URL, VAVDL. Encourage more people, if you're interested in the initiative we're trying to build and those priorities I talked about earlier, join the Slack, get engaged. That's the one the core of it, building the community. We'll eventually move to Discord as well as it becomes relevant, and be streaming on Twitch. And we'll just use technology as we need it. Right now, our meetings are weekly on Google Meet, so we'll be incorporating more technologies as they gain relevance. So I'm not going to go over the welcome channel in Slack. Oh, sorry, I'm going to kind of rewind. So we're going to go over how we operate now. It's basically virtual via Slack. So it's a good platform. We got a lot of features. And I'm just going to kind of explain how we've been using it. Welcome channel, put us up. If you join the Slack, you'll be able to fill out like a membership form. I'll talk about that later. And then put a welcome message and just introduce yourself to the Slack. Here's the calendar. At the core of a community building, video game community building in Eastern Virginia, there'll be social events, there'll be hopefully launch parties and different things. We want to build a community, and we do that through these social events. And these social events will be here on Slack. So there was just an event yesterday in Petersburg, Virginia at a game lounge, Andrew's Game Lounge. I think he's in Slack. Shout out to Andrew. Events like that will help us grow this community and unlock even more benefits later. General chat, pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. General/random chat, things that are relevant to the Virginia Video Game Development League, leave those there. Won't get too much detail on that. Local tournaments, this is another cog in the wheel. Local tournaments, engage amateur gamers, prepare people for, larger tournaments, prepare people for, scholarships they're pursuing at larger universities. These are a essential element of any gaming community, and we are working. I personally am working to be able to host more within the region because there's so much potential there. Resources is primarily for individual developers and development teams, people who are desire to make video games in Eastern Virginia. I know quite a few people. I'm just trying to consolidate them together, primarily through this Slack channel. We'll put the list of concrete resources there. There are already things. I posted a thing about Milanote the other day. I hope I'm saying that right. But it's just things that help creatives out, and different game engines and different updates and whatnot. So consider that like a library of resources, digital links. Progress tracker, accountability is key in any project management, and a video game is a project, an adventure/project, but it will be my priority on a bi-weekly basis to engage individual developers and teams, and provide any collaboration or progress management, KPI things that they'll need to move the team forward. This is still a thing in development, but it is a high priority for the entire league, because at the core of it, you want more games developed here. You want more successful games developed here. So this will be a thing where I'm absolutely working on a weekly basis, and check back for more a few weeks on that. Oh, we'll also be kind of checking in with people through this progress tracker channel. So multimedia content. I'm a multimedia creator myself before really a developer. The league really only grows through a lot of this multimedia content, hoping to engage people, grow the community. You've heard that mentioned a bunch of times, and having videos and collaborative projects, multimedia projects around the gaming community will really help grow it as well. So you can collaborate if you have a project in mind through this multimedia content channel right here. You can see it's not correct. The correct visual aid is not there. Forgive me for that, but it's important to maintain visibility in any community you're growing, right? So gamers will know seeing that local content it's truly special, and it'll help aid in our efforts. Adventures, code word for the game you want to develop. This thread is for people who want to have a concept for a game, are looking to recruit team members, and are looking after that to build hype for the video game. So adventures, code name, whatever game you want to put here. Just put a brief synopsis of your game, something brief, and then, media and references, any Kickstarter links you have that will help you. You can place that in this channel. And as games actually start to materialize, people will need to start building video game companies, whether they be, small 5-employee, 3-employee companies or whatnot. But the companies you build later on, after you build successful video games, can start off with a small team of 5, small team of 3, or whatever, and maybe even individual developer. And that path's already beaten. So, there are thousands of companies being developed every day. So, some of them simple as a CEO, CFO, or CTO or something like that. But in the same way you build startups in that small way and then grow them larger, you can build a video game company as well, just to ensure accountability and organization for the concept, the IP, and all of that. So these are just some brief examples of some roles that people take in video game companies. Programmer, obviously. You need a lead programmer to be able to understand the ones and zeros. Artist. You need to be able to present art to people because video games are an interactive experience. Testers, you should be able to. Someone who, is on the opposite side of the coin as a programmer, right? So programmer develops, tester tells them they did it wrong. Designers, project managers, and a CEO if necessary. And as again, we're not reinventing the wheel when it comes to starting corporations in Virginia. And as further and more materialized the video game development is, the better off you are cementing all of the documentation and shares and all that. So we hope to incorporate these steps into the league structure soon. Solo Adventure is another code name for individuals who are developing solo but still want to engage the community. This is a channel for you to post your game to build hype for it. Adventure Pool, simple, I don't know what you call this, probably resume board. Simple, individuals, because video games require music, art, programmers, a lot of different career fields. So we hope to have a lot of different people from the area, different career fields, and to post their resumes here. And that way it will lead development teams and people who need a collaboration can easily do so when choosing people from that channel. Nothing set in stone, but for this year, at least first year of development for the league, we've been meeting every 2 Sundays a month essentially. There will always be an in-person. There will always be a virtual component to every league meeting because that's the world we live in. I think Williamsburg is a good middle ground between the 804 and 757, so it's very likely we'll hopefully, if we secure a location, we'll be meeting there. There will be a Twitch component eventually because we are in the gaming industry, and hope to create multimedia for the league to be able to help promote the league. And there will never be any, obviously, event quotas for voluntary league. So this visual aid here is just kind of detailing a member journey, some of the steps you can take as a member. We'll have people between development cycles or just really social gamers who hope to take advantage of workshops, social events, and maybe connect with other developers in the area. We'll have people who want to work in a team, so they'll be able to, through the league, form a game development cell, 4 or 5 people, and then work on a game from there. And they can take advantage of the workshops, social events, and all of our online communications resources as well. They can develop as a team, hopefully finish the video game, hold a launch party with league help, however the league can help, and we get to our main goal at the top, which is launch video games. People who certainly will want to work independently are also just going to be served by the league, so they can attend workshops, social events, connect with devs and other local people online who are social gamers and whatnot, and they follow the same path as the team. However, they'll just need to collaborate using online resources, whether that be in the freelancers or Fiverr or whatnot, to get to the point where they can finish their video game and hold a launch party and launch a game in the region. So our main goal. Definitely want to get more feedback from people interested, invested parties. There'll be a link later on in the presentation for anyone who wants to get feedback on the club as well as become a member. My contact information is here. Subject to change as the club grows, but I'll also always be available. Like I said, I'm already developing a video game in the Hampton Roads area, so I will be a constant for this club now and in the immediate future. And back to our presentation, we talked about community feedback. There's a link here. I'll be in our Slack. If you follow our Slack link, this forum will give you a place to give any community feedback. And like I said, I'm right in the Slack, so I'm easily accessible. We hope to get this feedback, grow this community, because I know gamers have always been, older gamers have always been a neglected part of the industry, and I feel it myself, alienated, just not marketed to. Not that we should be, specifically, but being a lifelong gamer, you see a lot of opportunity wasted, and you see a lot of social disconnect with gamers. So this is a unique initiative, and that hopefully can remedy those two things, as well as unlocking or creating a lot more benefit for the region and individuals in the region, and just the STEM field overall. So you can find me at the link in the Slack, or send me an email find me on LinkedIn message. My name is Jeremy Moore, and I appreciate your attention. Thank you.